Well, it isn't just Republicans on Capitol Hill furious with President Obama. It's many of the states, too. Right now, at least one Republican attorney general is preparing the pleadings to sue the president for taking executive action. Oklahoma Attorney General Scott Pruitt joins us. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta. How are you?
I'm very well. As I understand it, you fall in one of those categories where you're upset with the president. Even your governor, Mary Fallon, also Republican, she's upset as well with an executive action. So you are going to file suit?
You know, Greta, this action by the president today is a couple of things. One, brazenly political. You know, if the president believes he has this authority unequivocally to do what he did, and it's such a compelling issue, why did he wait months or even years to act? You know, the fact of the matter is the president knows, and he campaigned on this in 2008, that this executive authority to act as he has is just simply not there. But it's also unlawful.
Let me stop you there for one second. There is a Senate bill that was bipartisan that's been sort of languishing, that never made it over to the House, was never voted on the House. So for the last year, I suppose he would say, if he were here, that he's been waiting for the House to act. What he can explain, though, is that up until like 2010, when he did his immigration speech at American University, at that time, and said he was going to do something with the House and Senate, he had both the House and the Senate, and he did nothing. So that's the history.
Well, and Greta, let's unpack that for a second. The legislative prerogative is to act or not act. And the president can't fill in the void just because the Congress doesn't act the way the president wants them. He wants them to. And so this issue of pass a bill or else is just not simply how our process works. So we have a concern at the state level. This impacts the states in a very important way. This triggers state benefits. Now these individuals are considered lawful in our states. That will trigger state welfare and state Medicaid benefits. And so it has a direct harm to the states, and it's something that we need to respond to.
All right. Are you going to file suit? I was told that you were preparing pleadings to file suit.
Yes, we are actually preparing a complaint and have been working on that since the president announced this yesterday. In fact, we've been looking at this since August because, as you know, the president contemplated filing this in August and waited until after the election to do so. So we are preparing to file a complaint as we speak.
All right. Sometimes attorneys generals get together, and in fact, we saw that in a challenge to Obamacare. Do you intend to contact like-minded attorneys generals in other states to see whether or not they will join in a suit, or is this just going to be Oklahoma going alone?
Well, I think you've already heard from Texas that they are concerned about this as well. Other state attorneys general that I've already spoken to are, in fact, concerned. I mean, the policy of immigration and naturalization is something that needs to be addressed. We need to embrace some sort of change at the federal level to make sure that we do something different than what's happened. It is broken. But the process matters, Greta. And the executive branch can't just simply act like the legislative branch. The checks and balances matter. The states have been injured, and many states, I think, are going to respond with respect to litigation.
All right, but as of tonight, though, you have Texas interested in doing it. Greg Abbott, who's the governor-elect, he's interested in doing it, but you have not. It's not like all the attorneys generals are on the phone today talking and saying, let's go at it together. You haven't had that, right?
Well, in fact, we've had many discussions, but as far as a coalition building just yet and identifying those states, that has not happened. But it probably will take place sometime in the future.
All right. What is your remedy? You file a suit and you ask for what?
An injunction. To enjoin the president's application of the executive order. He says that he has prosecutorial discretion. You know, as Attorney General, I use prosecutorial discretion every day. This is not prosecutorial discretion. When you exempt an entire category of individuals from deportation, that is not what that consists of. He also says that he has the discretion because previous presidents have acted a similar way. That's not the case. Every time a president, including President Bush in the early 1990s, when they've exempted from individuals from deportation, Congress has given that authority. That's not what has happened here. He's done this out of whole cloth to exempt an entire category, and it's inconsistent with the Constitution.
All right. One last quick question. You're going to seek an injunction. That's really fast relief. Faster relief than that is a preliminary injunction. Faster than that is a temporary restraining order. Obviously, there are different considerations. Do you plan to ask for a preliminary injunction or a temporary restraining order? Are you going to go all the way? You start with an injunction, and which is a slower process.
I think we will look at all those options as we file the complaint. I think, as you indicated, TRO is an option. We will evaluate that as we file and seek it if it's there.
And I should just explain that TRO doesn't have the other side there. It just pushes it off for a couple of days, so it's probably unlikely you would get that one because they're going to want at least have the United States respond in short order. Anyway, Attorney General, thank you, and I hope you come back so we can follow this lawsuit. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Greg.